Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how only weirdos do velocity banking. And we're actually going to go by Dave Ramsey's definition of what weird is. So if you ever looked on YouTube, Dave has a series of videos which I think are excellent, where he talks about being weird or being broke, right? He says be weird or be broke. Being broke is normal. You got to be weird, right? And if we scroll down, it says normal sucks. It's time to be weird. So here's the thing. Which one am I going to choose? Am I going to go with being weird, Dave's definition of being weird, or am I going to be broke? Because I don't know about you, I'm going to be weird. So I'm going to be a weirdo, and I'm going to do velocity banking, but you know what? I'm not going to be broke. And I'm just going to give you examples of this. And this is what I talk about in all of our videos, and how these are the things that we talk about essentially within our group and the education that we share with other people. But here's the thing, I'm going to show you how weird I am because I'm not broke. Okay, and we're just going by Dave Ramsey's definition, and I love Dave Ramsey. I think Dave Ramsey is awesome. The only thing I don't like about him is he just keeps saying beans and rice, rice and beans, so I just ignore that part. And I have a HELOC, so I think he'd yell at me for that, but everything else I think Dave is spot on. So here we have me being weird, aka not broke, and this is my 1 year anniversary of the mortgage statement, right? So this is 2051 of the mortgage. I'm sorry, the maturity date, which means it's like the final payment. And then if you want to know the first payment date, you just subtract 30, right? So 11/1/2021 is the first payment, okay? And then 11/1/2022, that's like the first year anniversary. I don't know if that's like the right way to say it, but it's the first year of the mortgage. And you can see the principal balance is significantly lower than the original loan amount. All you have to do is just do a few quick calculations, right, to figure out how much we paid off. And I could just show you that right now. So let me go ahead and show you that, okay? So let's pop up the calculator, all right? So let's pop it out. And all we have to do is take the original loan amount minus the principal balance. So it's 238,496 minus 179,681.65. And we paid off 58 grand of the mortgage in a year, right? So again, velocity banking's for weirdos. I'm weird, but I'm certainly not broke, right? So Dave, I think you're absolutely spot on and right. And if you want to take it as a percentage, what you do is just divide by the loan amount. So 58 grand divided by 238,496. And then you could see that's 24.6%. You just round up. That's 1/4 of the mortgage, 25%. Do you know anyone who's paid off 25% of the mortgage in a year? I don't know anybody who did that. I think I'm like the only one in my area, right? But again, this is just examples of being weird because velocity banking's for weirdos, and I did it, and you know what? I'm not broke. Here's some other examples of being weird. So I'm just going to go down further. So let's go ahead and do that, and other examples. So I don't know if you can see this well, but basically, let me scroll down even further. But one of the other things that will help us be weird and not be broke is buying real estate at a discount, right? So as you can see here, this was bought in 2022 in kind of the peak of the real estate bubble, I guess. And the estimate is $332, or not $32, it's $32,000. But I bought it for 210, and I put 30 grand of repairs into it, right? And so when you buy real estate at a discount, that's pretty much immediate wealth out of thin air. And eventually what we did is after just maybe 2 weeks of repairs, we pretty much had it rent ready. Again, unlike most buyers, and I don't know if you've ever seen the statistics, and let's actually do this. Let's go to Google, or just type in, let's just go to Google. How many people regret buying real estate in 2023 or buying a home, right? And you can see this big number right here, 93%. I'm going to tell you why I'm weird and I'm on the 93% because, I have a bunch of tools in my toolbox. So one of them is velocity banking. The other one is buying real estate at a discount. So one of the reasons why so many people regretted buying real estate in 2023 is because they overpaid for it, right? Whereas you underpay for it, you get wealth out of thin air. And that's what I did. And so think about this. If you buy real estate at a discount at today's price and you apply velocity banking, oh my goodness, the sky's the limit. You're just like, It's wealth creation on steroids, and I'm so inspired to make another video on that, which I'll go into more detail. But again, I'm just doing the things that I learned from our education, from our classes, from our local communities of how to be weird. Because you know why? I'm not broke, right? So let's just scroll down and see other ways that we can be weird. So this is actually the first rental check that I ever got. 14 grand, right? And you know the funny thing is, this is what I realized. If you learn how to help people, people will just give you money, you know? Like I didn't realize that. And here's the thing, something that might be of a help to somebody else may not seem like a big deal to you. So my tenant, and I've told this story in other videos if you've never heard them, was actually looking for a rental house for 1 year. And she had a ton of money, like a ton of money. And I was like, she called me up. She's like, yeah, I don't even have to look at your place. I like the photos. And I'll give you 1 year's worth of rent to live there. And I thought it was like a prank call, And then I just said, okay. I was like, 1 year's worth of rent, sure. And then she got scared, right? She was like, wait a minute. You're the first landlord to ever say yes to me. And I was just like, okay, just pay me 6 months. That's like my newbie level negotiation tactics. And she's like, okay. And so I got 6 months of rent up front. And you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay. So combine this, getting the rent up front, doing velocity banking, getting a rental property at a discount. Oh my goodness, I'm so weird, and I don't even know anybody else who does that, right? I actually do know other people who do that, but at a local level I do, but I don't know people in general who do that, okay? Unless they're super specialized in real estate investing and all the good stuff like buying houses at a discount, which, I have mentors who do that, right? I didn't create most of this myself. I didn't create velocity banking. I didn't create real estate investing, but I certainly learned from the best or from the masters to figure out how to do that, right? And I don't know about you, but here's the cherry on top, right? I don't know. I'm going to say this. I'm the first self-proclaimed landlord, okay, to get 6 months worth of rent up front and also get a thank you note. So what do I mean by that? So once I got this rental check, right, guess what? The tenant just messaged me out of the blue the same day, like a little bit later. Thank you so much for everything. We appreciate you, right? And I was just like, whoa, like where'd this come from? But here's the thing. If you know how to help others and help them achieve their goals, even in things that you don't think are a big deal, like helping them live in a rental property that you own, people will pay you money and will be thankful for you, right? And that's why I'm weird too, because I don't think there's a single landlord on the planet who's been able to get prepaid rent in 6 months and also get a thank you message to allow the tenant to do that. You ever know people like that? I don't know people like that, but I'm the only one that I know, at least, right? Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much how I'm weird. So I don't know about you. Are you weird or are you broke? Because I'm certainly not broke, but I think I'm weird. And I do velocity banking, and I'll just say this. I think velocity banking is for weirdos, which I think is fine. Because which one would I rather be? Just like Dave says, are you going to be weird or are you going to be broke? I'm going to be weird, right? I know I don't follow the Ramsey plan because if Dave saw me using a HELOC, he'd probably yell at me. And, if he saw me eating something else other than rice and beans, roll my eyes. While I'm paying off debt, he's probably going to yell at me too. Anyways, all right, this is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So if you're interested in learning about velocity banking, buying a home at a discount, well, I can't guarantee this one, right? Like I can't guarantee you get 6 months of rent up front, but I do know just as a general principle that if you learn how to help others, I don't know if it's like a karma thing, but people will want to pay you, right? But I don't guarantee that. Okay. And then, again, this is just like the cherry on top, and I definitely can't guarantee that because I feel like I'm like the only one in the world who's ever kind of gotten a text message like this after getting 6 months worth of rent as a landlord. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I'm going to be weird. And so what about you? Are you going to be weird or are you going to be broke? And I don't know why my voice is cracking, but it must be because, I don't know, going through bodily changes, right? Okay. All right, so this is Cranial Anti Mentorship. So if you're interested in joining our group and learning how to be weird about things I talk about, make sure you click the Google form link below. We'll get a one-on-one call. Other than that, well, what else can I say? I'm weird, right? All right, have a great day, everybody, and we will speak soon.